Augur of Autumn, 1 and a pair of greens for a 2/3. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play lands from the top of your library. Love it. As long as you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, you may cast creature spells from the top of your library. Love it. Love, 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 love it. I love the way that green has pseudo card draw in the form of playing stuff off the top of the library. Solid constructed card. Unbelievably solid limited card because you're just getting to play extra lands, and in limited it's much more likely that you have different powers. Excuse me. Yeah, this is just a great card. This is just a great card. I mean, screw Ranger class, man. Just run Augur of Autumn. Just does the same thing. Cleaner, better, easier. What qualifies as power? This number right here. That's power. Power in games more broadly mean like capabilities, things that they can do. I mean, in Magic, it means exactly what this number is. So if you have something that is like 1 and 2 and 4 power, you have 3 different powers. All right. Boink. Bird Admirer. It's me. It's a 1/4 with reach. Man, is this the only reach we've seen so far? I think so. 1/4 Daybound, sure. Then it becomes a Wing Shredder. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this werewolf. Oh my god, this dog loves looking at birds, and then it just loses fucking mind and attacks the bird. Alright, bird dog. Alright, bird admirer, bird dog. I think bird dog's very good. A 2/4, becoming a 3/5, bird dog, man. Very, very sick. Spaced NVDR says, just wait, we're almost to up dog. Yeah, man. That's really good. Limited card, but very solid. Give it like 3/4. Bounding Wolf, 2 and a green, flash reach, 3/2. Oh, this is so cute. It's going for like a bat or like a butterfly. Oh my god. I mean, this is a perfectly fine limited card. It's kind of green removal, a 3/2 flash. This is especially dangerous with how many 1/1 flyers there appear to be. And many 1/1 humans there appear to be. This can often just eat a thing. So I like this. This is a fast dog. Bramble armor. Whoa, man, I hope you don't have to go to the bathroom wearing that thing. Oh my god. Okay, 1 and a green. When Bramble armor enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. It gets +2/+1. Has equip 4. Again, I undervalued armor a lot until Adventures of the Forgotten Realms, where they did a very good job turning equipment into something garbage, into something that is a long-term game plan. +2/+1 with equip 4 is a lot. The fact that it equips on entry is nice, and give it like a 2 in limited. Give it like a 2 in limited. Briarbridge Tracker. 2 and a green for a vigilance when Briarbridge Tracker enters battlefield. Investigate. As long as you can control a token, Briarbridge Tracker gets +2/+0. Superb card. Superb frickin' card. Oh, that's good shit. Oh, yeah. Particularly in limited, because it's basically a 2/3 that redraws. But I think that this might be acceptable in standard. It's human, and humans is another one of those, like, always on the lookout, because there's human synergies. And humans do tend to make a lot of human tokens, which means that this doesn't say as long as you control a clue. It's as long as you control a token. So it seems quite good. Hey, Professor Peanuts, thanks for the 5 gifted subs. You want me to rate this to 2.5 out of 5? Oh, that's so easy. All I do is state what's good about it and what's bad about it with a skeptical tone. Watch this. Watch me say the same thing as a 5 out of 5. Okay, so this is a 2/3 that redraws. Okay, it's a 2/3 that redraws. See how I did that? It was just in the tone. It's incredible. The second one is a 2.5 out of 5 kind of tone. Look, I'm going to say the same stuff that I said before. Well, I mean, it's a 3 mana, 2/3. It makes a clue, so it does let you redraw. Vigilance, which is fine. So it's bigger, but only as long as you have a token. So most of the time, it's just a 2/3 for 3. It does have the human tag, so you always want to be on the lookout for that. Because, there's human synergy, and humans do make tokens, so I guess it could be 4-3 for 3 more often, but then again, a Bone Crusher is just always a 4-3 for 3. So I don't know, give it a 2.5 out of 5. 2.5 out of 5. See how I did that? See how I did that just with the tone? It's incredible. It's incredible what I'm able to do as long as people's are gifting subs. There it is. Yeah, good with Chariot. Oh, yes, very good with Eska's Briarbridge Tracker into Eska's Chariot. Shit. Wait. Is Eska's Chariot still in Standard? I feel like it is. What set was that from? Oh. Brood Weaver. Oh, it's call time. That's right. It always enters as a 4-3. That's correct. The joke was I'm going to call this a 5 out of 5 in real life, right, as a normal bear. But I was asked to do it as 2.5 out of 5. So I was trying to make it sound as bad as possible. Broodweaver, 3 and a green, 2/4 reach. When Broodweaver dies, create a 1 green, 2, blah, blah, blah. You know how to read as well. Okay, so it's a 2/4 that becomes a 1/2. Seems solid. Not great. Seems fine. Good defensive card. This is a limited card that no one gets excited about. Burly Breaker, 3 and some forests for a 6/5. Wait, what did I just read? A 5 mana, 6/5 with Ward 1? I want to flip this one around. It's an 8/7 with Ward 3. Welcome back, Purple Worm. Oh, welcome back, Purple Worm. You're so fucking sick. Oh my god, I'm gonna draft this in forest green all the time. You might see what appears to be a dog with claws, fur, and a snarly mouth, but this actually is the creature type Purple Worm. It's time to get so many worms, and all we have to do is find our Gretchen analog. So Ward 3 is sick, Ward 1 is sick, this card is sick, I find it thick, I'd give it a 5 in limited. I almost said Limic, which is the format that I played in AFR. Oh, yeah. Candlelit Cavalry. 4 and a green for a 5/5. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, Candlelit Cavalry against trample until end of turn. This is a good card. I'd give it a 3 out of 5. I really value big, solid, reasonably costed bodies, like a 5/5 for 5, and then trample is exactly how I want to finish games out. Limited is green. 3 out of 5, love it. Clear shot. Again, I see a child wearing their older brother's armor and crossbow. Look at how ill-fitting this stuff is. It's all in the fit. You know what I mean? 2 and a green, instant. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. It's good. It's good. It's very good. It's very good. I like the fact that there is a crossbow, so that implies why the damage is not reciprocal. It's very good. In limited only. That's it. It's not good in anything else. Consuming blob, it's an ooze. Yay, oozes. 3 forest. Consuming blob's power is equal to the number of card types among cards in your graveyard, and its toughness is equal to that number +1. Card types are artifact, enchantment, land, creature, sorcery, instant, planeswalker. And I think that's it. This is similar to an old card called Tarmogoyf. Because I always do enchantment, artifact, and then I do creature, planeswalker, I do land, instant sorcery. Don't forget tribal. No, forget tribal. Forget it. Fucking forget tribal. Anyone who says tribal, ban yourself from my chat. At the beginning of your end step, create a green ooze creature token with this creature's power is equal to the number of card types among it. It's Tarmablob. You're right, Tiglero. It's Tarmablob. So, if I have, say, an instant, a sorcery, and a creature, this comes out as a 3/4. At the end of every turn, it makes a 3/4. I love Tarmablob. And what's really nice is that for 5 mana, you get a 3/4 and a 3/4 on that turn. That's incredible. Yeah, Biogenic Ooze, total trash. Total trash card. This isn't even legendary. It's just going to keep oozing its way across. I love cards like this. I love things that generate token, anything that feels like a barracks. I love it. 5 out of 5 limited, 5 out of 5 constructed. It's my favorite ever. This card is so sick, thick, solid, and tight, and I want to play cards and games with it tonight. Contortionist Troupe. X green. Contortionist Troupe enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. Cool. Beginning of your end step, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Hey! Okay, so this is like a 3/3 that can just make slow growth, which is okay. Patrick Mendez says, rate the ooze as an equal superposition of 0, 1.5, and 4. Patrick Mendez, thanks for the 5 gifted subs. No problem. Okay, so Consuming Blob. This card sucks because you're not going to have anything in your graveyard. When you do, it'll clone a whole bunch of them. It'll be completely overpowered in a format where it still dies to Doomblade. So I really think this card is great. Terrible. I think it could do well if for some reason your opponent was dead and they were on Arena, which will automatically pass the turn for them, at which point they're fucked, even if they come back to their computer and have a sweeper, because you can always put some sort of indestructibility on this Consuming Blob card that you should cut from every deck you build. Contortionist Troupe, if you paid, not bad. If X was 3, it's 4 mana, 3/3, but what's nice about it is it's one of these things that you can, it's kind of like a Luminarch Aspirant. It's kind of like a Luminarch Aspirant. If you leave it alone, it'll slowly build up enough value and run away with the game. So I think that this is a potentially solid card. You know, it's like Coven Tribal, something like that. I think this is good enough. This is not an amazing card, but I'd call it like an inevitable card. Like if you get it, it's gonna just start running away with the game. And then some removal happens, and that's okay, because eventually you can turn that puppy back on. Dawnheart Mentor. I don't know why. This is kind of a relatively, this is a more calmer scene, but I find that this angle and this sneer is really imposing and good. Dawnheart Mentor. 2 and a green. When Dawnheart enters battlefield, create a 1/1 white human creature token. 5. Target creature you control gets +3/+3 and gains trample. Activate only if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers. This is nice. It makes a 1/1. It is an 0/4 and can be a way to crash through at the end of the game. So this is a good Coven enabler. It doesn't do a ton because it's an 0/4 and a 1/1, but then later, it's a Coven enabler. It's a Coven enabler. Because like if you had Contortionist Troupe and you just said, hell, X equals 2, you have a 2/2. And a 1/1 and an 0/4, and then you can keep swelling the Contortionist Troupe. Yeah, this seems like an extremely good Coven enabler. Generally, uncommons are these signposts for what you're supposed to be doing with decks, and this is clearly a signpost uncommon to signal that going into Coven is good. Dawnheart Rejuvenator. 3 and a green. When Dawnheart Rejuvenator enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. Yeah. Add 1 mana of any color. Oh, fuck cards like these, man. I don't want mana acceleration on turn 4 unless it's pulling lands out of my deck. Not interested. Sprinkle dry leaves somewhere else. Deathbonnet Sprout. Wow. Look at the art on this. It has that tilt shift effect to make it feel small, where the focal length of the camera, all this is like blurred out. Oh, it's so good. Look at his little arms. They're so gross. Oh, my God. Oh, the little arms just freak me out. Oh, God. And if some of you are like, do baby hands freak you out? Yes, baby hands are fucking terrifying. Because they're all just, they like do these weird, grabby things. And I don't know. There's something about it that reminds me of worms, little worm fingers. There's not even knuckles or bone. It's just muscle writhing around. God. But it's so cute, but it's so gross. I don't like the Deathbonnet sprout. At the beginning of your upkeep, mill a card. If there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard, transform it into a 3/3. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile a card from a graveyard. If a creature card was exiled this way, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. Hello? Is this fucking broken? Hello? Hi? Is anyone paying attention? A 1 mana 3/3 that gets big, a big one? Exile a card from a graveyard. Not my graveyard, any graveyard. Do I need to pay mana like a Scavenging Ooze? I don't. I just sit there and let it happen. Thank God it grew up and got some more mature, non-disgusting digits. I mean, look at these gross things, man. If one of these was trying to get my attention, it was like, hey, Sean, I would need a moment alone in a dark room to just try to regain myself. 4 out of 5 in, maybe even a 5 out of 5 in Constructed. No, in Limited. In Constructed, though, it's just a 1/1, you know? Radiant just gifted us 5 subs, potentially for a bribe. We're going to find out. I hope you don't want me to re-rate the Deathbonnet sprout. I hope you don't want me to re-rate this Deathbonnet sprout. It's very gross. It's very, very gross. But we're going to find out. Is this support or bribery? We take our bribes very seriously. If you're trying to bribe me, we'll allow it. But, it's freaking gross. Fortunately, Radiant has not said anything yet. What a relief. All right, we're going to move on and assume the Deathbonnet sprout and Deathbonnet Hulk were well evaluated. Defend the Celestus! Look at this guy. He's like, come on, guys! This is you trying as hard as you can to rally your team, cross Cestus out, and replace it with the Ancient. This is you playing Dota. No! Fucking stop sitting in the fountain. We gotta go! 2 and a pair of greens for distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures you control. Sick. Absolutely sick and limited. 4. Maybe even 5. It's a combat trick that combat sticks. You swing out, see what the blocks are, distribute those counters perfectly. Oh my god, I love this. 4 out of 5 in Limited. Love it. Don't run it in Constructed. It's trash. Dryad's Revival. 2 and a green. This is Ren and 6, isn't it? This is Ren and 6. Hey, what up, Bear Taffy? How's the new chair? All right. Ren and 7. Pleased to meet you, 7. And then it's gonna be Ren 7, 8, 9. Fucking. Just call it Ren and 6. Dryad's Revival. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Flashback a bunch. Hey, that's not bad. This is like a very targeted bomb recursion baby. Bear Taffy says my back and shoulders thank me every day. Yeah, dude. If you're a broadcaster, you got to get hot chairs, man. You got to get hot chairs. Yeah, I really like cards like this. I really like cards where you can specifically get cards back because it's not creature, it's not instant or sorcery, it's card. So you can, it has flexibility. Trades off a little bit of the speed, right? It's not like pay 3 to put 2 cards back in the hand, but it's like quite good. I quite like cards like these. I'm always happy to have like one of these. Bam. Duel for dominance. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. How Twitter arguments function. 1 and a green. Coven. Choose target creature you control, target creature you don't control. If you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, put a +1/+1 counter on the chosen creature you control, then chosen creatures fight each other. The Chosen Ones. Funny dude, gifting 5. Funny dude, what a guy. Thanks, funny dude. You're very kind. Hope all y'all are enjoying our good old card review. I'm not gonna lie. We're running a bit out of steam, but that's okay. We're gonna keep going until we reviewed every damn card except for the lands. And not the interesting lands. We are gonna review those. It's the boring lands we're not gonna review. Funny dude says, just 'cause you're you. Oh. Cool. Thanks, funny dude. All right, Duel for Dominance. It's a fight card. It's a limited card. It's fine. It's nothing notable. Eccentric Farmer, 2 and a green. Ew. When Eccentric Farmer enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. Then you may return a land card from your graveyard to your hand. Potentially quite a nice pack filler in a green list, right? Because green is all about making sure you get enough land. Also appears to have a bit more of a graveyard focus than traditional, or I should say more recent green sets have been about, but a 3 costing 2/3 is a fine filler, and then you can get a land. Quite nice. Harvesttide Sentry, 1 and a green for a 3/1. Oh. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, Harvesttide Sentry can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less this turn. Huh. I really am never that excited about 2-mana 3/1s anymore. They feel so trashy. So maybe this is something that occasionally gets 1 or 2 turns of 3 damage in limited, and then the Coven kicks in and you can start swinging in. It can't be blocked, and there you go. I don't know. Whatever. Hound Tamer. Good dog. Human werewolf. I can't wait to see what it is. Like, this is a Hound Tamer, and then when he's in werewolf mode, he's like, I'm the pack leader, baby. Hound Tamer, 2 and a green for a 3/3 with trample. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It's good. It's a good card. And then, Untamed Pup. Oh. I tame dogs. Nobody tames me. All right, fine. 4/4 Trampler. Other wolves and werewolves you control have trample. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Dude. Red-green dogs. Red-green dogs. Put +1/+1 counter on target creature and has trample. Unbelievable. Absolute game changer. 5 out of 5 limited. Love it. Love to see it. Love to run it. Want to be it. I feel like such a good dog right now. Not a constructed card. This is the howling of the night. The night. Oh, yeah. 2 and a green, flash, enchant creature. When Howl the Hunt, enters the battlefield. Enchanted creature is a wolf or werewolf. Untap that creature. Gets +2/+2 and has vigilance. Okay, so this is like a combat trick aura. Again, I really like the way that Wizards has done enchantments, weird tech spells, like target creatures can't be blocked, but with flashback, armor, or I should say equipment. There's been a lot of really, really interesting ones. It's really cool. Might of the Old Ways. 1 and a green. Target creature gets +2/+2 till end of turn. Then if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, draw a card. What the fuck? Oh my god, I love what Wizards does sometimes. You know what I mean? I love it. I love this card. In limited, of course, but I love this card. I love this card. Holy shit. Oh. I mean, if you are not a Coven deck, you're going to want to run a combat trick 2/3, something like this. If you're low on removal, especially. Seems great. It's a real smacker, man. Outland Liberator. 1 and a green for a 2/2. Sack Outland Liberator. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Very good. I love sack me, smash through one of these scary babies. Right away it makes me go, okay, this is acceptable enough for constructed. And then it can become a 3/3. You can still sack to blow up an artifact or enchantment. Whenever frenzy Trapbreaker attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls. Holy shit. This is a 5 out of 5 constructed card. 5 out of 5. Are you kidding me? It's most often going to live in the sideboard, but oh my god. Can you imagine running like 3 of these in the sideboard? You're up against someone that has like, I'm artifacts, enchantments galore, and then like they don't cast a spell, it becomes night, and you just like swing and start blowing things up. Oh, so good. Yeah, it's Baby Kogla. Dude, it's good. Dogla. Nice, CJ Cox. Nice! It's Dogla! It's not Dog Kogla, it's Dogla. Oh my god, dude. 5 out of 5 constructed. It's going to be a little bit more of a sideboard out of 5. But the thing that I think is still really essential to note is paying 1, sacking to destroy an artifact or enchantment is very Very good. Is a saga an enchantment? It is. Catonomics. 'Tis indeed. Path to the Festival. Welcome, you found it. Search your library for a basic land card. Put that card onto the battlefield. Tap, then shuffle. There are 3 or more basic land types among cards you control. Scry 1. Okay. And I can flash it back. I love land. 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 I love... Oh, yeah, land. Ah, come on. We can get land out of our deck. Oh, my God. It's time to do some sort of really stupid red and green and white ramp Naya nonsense. Are you kidding me? Yes, 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 yes. Path to the Festival. Now, is this a good card? Nah. I love this card because it lets me not just get a land, it lets me flash back and then get a land. Do you understand, my man? Oh, love this one. There are some Simic lists that have Simic ramp and extra ways in which they want to get multiple Lando Calrissians out, but I don't know if Path to the Festival will fit in those, but, you know, Simic ramp with the giants that bounce everything back to the hand. There's a lot of really cool things in there. So, I mean, I'm a fan. I am just a fan of this one. I don't know if it's good, but I'm a fan of this one. Fan of this one. Probably 1 out of 5 constructed. Come on. Come on, little buddy. Come on, come into the card review. Better than Field Trip? I don't even know. Ow, you little bastard. That was my leg. You know, it's fine. Pestilent Wolf. By the way, remind me to tell you about DK30 when we get to the multicolored cards. Pestilent Wolf gains Death Touch till end of turn. The card is fine. This is a fine card. This is a limited card. It's fine. Plummet. Love it. Limited card. Get out of here. Let's actually just look at the art for a moment. Oh, that's... So, I believe that is a gargoyle that has entangling vines wrapping around it. Oh, yeah. Pestilent Wolf. Oh, yeah. Primal Adversary. Rawr. 2 and a greenie for a 4/3 trampler. When Primal Adversary enters battlefield, you may pay 1 green any number of times. When you pay this cost, put that many +1/+1 counters on it. Then up to that many target lands you control become 3/3 wolf creatures with haste that are still lands. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a positive rating. Okay. So, some notables about this. If any of you have not watched our stream, we have done such fun things as target a land with like +X+X. We make X really big. We cast it on that. And then the land becomes a creature that's fucking tapped and can't do anything. Okay? So really, you would need 6 mana to be able to spend 5 on the dog and the dog pumping to be able to make your land be a 3/3 with haste. Obviously, in limited, it's good because it just makes your lands creatures, and that's good. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? 2 out of 5 constructed. The card is mediocre. Oh my god. Mediocre. 2 out of 5. Not great. Not a good card. You know what? As an absolute ramper myself, as a true dog ramper, you need too many lands. Are you kidding me? Like, if I want to make 2 3/3 haste lands, do you know how much mana I need? 3 for the dog. And then 2 and 2 to cast that. But then I need... God, it's so hard to... open up the fingers when I'm looking at a mirrored image of myself. You need 9 total mana to do that. It fucking hurt this hand to just try to hold those fingers up, man. Oh my god. Oh, I felt like E.T. or some shit. I was like, oh my god. St. Lovejoy says, what about in a treasure generating deck? What about it? Huh? What about it? What are you gonna make? Well, okay, then I need 9 total mana split among lands and treasures. I mean, maybe if you have Brass Bounty cloned 3 times, so you have 70 treasures, fucking 70 lands, you can like bam, 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 and then swing in and lose them all to settle the wreckage. Maybe that. Card's pretty good. Card's pretty good, though. Yeah, God himself. I love that your name, by the way, is God himself in all caps, and you say in the most thoughtful, reserved way. I mean, it could be risky, but if you had 7 mana, you could make a 6/5 and 2 tapped 3/3s. I don't know if that's terrible. What a modest and considered statement from God himself. And the Lord Jesus descended from the heavens and said, yeah, I don't know. I've been really struggling against control lists. Do you think this is good? I don't know. I just really, any advice here is fine. Feel free to just throw it out. You got a God himself. Yeah, no, I think a 6/5 with some 3/3s isn't bad. And when they die, you're back down to 5 mana. And if you're me, you're definitely running like 6 copies of this one. So yeah, I'd probably give it like a still 2.5 in constructed, meaning it's a fine card in constructed. It's just not going to be. It's not going to be an Embercleave, I don't think. It's not going to be a Teferi the Time Raveler. It's not going to be a Fires of Invention. I just don't think it's going to be these things. So for that reason, I'm going to have to say that I'm a cat person, 2 out of 5. Return to nature, 1 in a green. Choose one. Destroy an artifact. Destroy an enchantment. Exile a card from a graveyard. Love effects like this. Sideboard out of 5. Very solid sideboard out of 5 card. It used to just be destroy artifacts and destroy enchantments. Now we got exile a card from a graveyard. Fist pumping. Absolutely thumping. So I'm going to give this a sideboard out of 5 in constructed and a good old 1 in limited. Rise of the Ants. What the fuck are ants doing here? Ants. 4 green. Create ants. You gain 2 life. Flashback. Ants. Oh, EDF. Oh, yeah, no, I absolutely just want to get the Goliath Z1 to blast through these puppies to save our Mother Earth from any alien attacks from vicious giant insects who have once again come back. We'll send in all our forces. We won't cut them any slack. The EDF deploy. If you thought I was sophisticated, you might want to learn a little bit about my absolute love affair with the Earth Defense Force series, in which you play as a human being as part of Earth Defense Force, some fucking group whose job it is to protect Earth from the invasion of giant ants, giant spiders, giant dinosaurs, dinosaurs with arms missing with lasers in place, giant walking mechazords, flying saucers that gack out ants and shit. They're so fun. They're so fun. And it's just a pure action game where they push the entity limit in the games to the fullest. There is no such thing as an EDF game that I have played that has not chugged in frame rate. It's so good. It's so good. Calfin says 4 mids. I think you mean the 4 mix is what good old Orson Scott Card called them in Ender's Kneecap, or whatever the fuck that series was called. But anyways, I love Earth Defense Force. One of my favorite games of all time is Earth Defense Force 2017. It's so good. So, Rise of the Ants. It's a limited card. Gaining life, summoning ants. It's not bad. Flashing back to get more ants. It's not bad. Alright. Yeah, so this is just a limited card. It's all limited. Saryth, the Viper's Fangs. 2 green, Human Warlock, Legendary 3/4. Other tapped creatures you control have Death Touch. Ooh. Other untapped creatures you control have Hexproof. Oh! Untap another target creature or land you control. Oh, weird. I'll be honest, I haven't been too keen on these green cards in Constructed, with the exception of perhaps Adversarial Dog. This is an insanely good card in Limited, because it allows you to tap. Oh, this is untap another target creature. It allows you to swing in and know you have Death Touch, and then if you get targeted, you can untap to defend, untap to defend. Oh, God. But, I mean, it's 3/4 for 4. You'll need to have other things. Yeah, it seems like just a stabilizer card. Stabilizer card, good defensive card. Seems reasonable, seems reasonable. Excuse me. You could untap in response to removal. Yeah. You gotta be a little careful, because if you're swinging and you have a guy that has Death Touch, you can't have both Death Touch and Hexproof at the same time. Finn and her are going to be lovely. I actually think this is going to be kind of irrelevant with respect to Finn the Fangbearer, because Finn the Fangbearer is played in lists where everything pretty much has Death Touch anyways. So it's not necessarily giving an extra benefit. It would hexproof them, but again, that's not exactly synergistic with the other thing. So I don't know, Saryth the Viper's Fang. Gonna just go ahead and move on. Now, one thing that is notable is you can pay 1 and untap another target creature, so you can do a tap effect of something twice. Whatever. Alright, I don't know. 0 out of 5 Constructed. I think it's trash. Shadow Beast Sighting. Oh, the pop culture references in this. Oh my God, Wizards are so good at fucking making games. Oh my God, they know what they're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Oh my God. About 3 weeks ago, I said, I don't play enough mobile games. I'm going to download 3 popular ones and just learn what it's like. And you know what I did? All I did was open menus that led to other menus that led to other menus that had buttons that I would press to give me a currency that could be used if I backed out 3 menus and then went 2 menus more deep somewhere else. And then I could use the currency I use in this menu to go to that menu to unlock this currency in this menu to go back to the original menu so that I could get, face coin or LUT or whatever their stupid currency names are. Right? And I was just like, these are not games. These are poorly constructed PowerPoint presentations / spreadsheets. What is going on? And then I look at Magic and look, it's the exact posture of the Bigfoot sightings. It's so fucking good. Oh my God. What a great pop culture reference. You know what I'm going to do? When this set comes out? I'm going to play it for a few hundred hours. It's going to be great. Oh. You know what I mean? Oh my God, these little details absolutely tickle my heart. Look at this. You can pay 4 mana to make a 4/4 green beast creature token. You can flash back for 7 and make a 4/4 again. Werewolves leave tracks. Vampires leave wrung out corpses. This is something else. Bigfoots don't leave nothing. Ow. So Shadow Beast Sighting, very thick, very sick. This is a limited card, non-constructed. Snarling Wolf. Ah. So similar to this dog. Ah. A 1/1 dog. Snarling Wolf gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. Ah, you're such pack-filling dregs. Okay, get out of here. Storm the Festival. Already, the mana cost makes it seem like my kind of card. 3. Green. Sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put up to 2 permanent cards with mana value 5 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Flashback 7, green. Oh yeah, big Coco. It's fucking Slowco. Oh my God, it's so good. Oh, I don't even know what I want to run with this. But it's definitely probably going to be 2 skeletal swarmings. Okay, I'm going to be real with you. It's going to be like a pair of skeletal swarmings. I'm going to be quite amped about it, man. This is going to be so stupid. Generic says this card is shit. It is a little bit trash. But Worst case scenario, you pay 6 mana and you get 2 lands onto the battlefield. You know, you let like a ramper, it's like a little ramping card. And it's 2 permanent, so it's like any land. It's like pretty good. Not an instant, it's true. It's true. It is a sorcery. It is mediocre. But remember, the power level in Standard is low enough that shitty ideas have a chance. You know what I mean? They have a chance. It's like when you used to go to qualifiers in StarCraft. I don't know if any of you ever knew this. Okay, so, all right, let's rewind time, okay? So, we are, we're in September of 2021, or as some people call it, March 480th. So, next year in the summer, okay? Next year in the summer, it will be July 2022, okay? At that point, StarCraft 2 will have been out for 12 years. The amount of time between that and when StarCraft 2 was released is the same as the amount of time between when StarCraft 2 was released and when I started playing StarCraft 1. So just think about all the shit that's happened in the last 11 years. Add another year to that, and that's how long I played StarCraft 1 as the only game that I played. Okay? And obviously, I'd do a draft here in Magic, and I'd like play a little bit of Chrono Trigger. But I mean, I'm talking like I would do one non-StarCraft game a year kind of thing. Okay? So, if you think about the way that modern esports, and I'm using modern in quotes because there's so much shit that's still wrong, but that's fine, right? It's been improving. It's so much better than it used to be. But modern esports, right? If you want to play your game competitively, you log on and you hit play and you're in, right? I'm interested in learning Age of Empires 2 competitively. Guess what? All the players just play on the ladder, and the higher you go up, the more you face good players, including the literal tip-top pros, such as those who are at the Red Bull tournament this weekend. Or week. Okay? You just go and you hit play, and you're getting to play against legitimate competitive players. You also have things like postings for various events. You can just Google, I want to play, widget craft tournament, and you look, and there's ones happening every weekend. Sometimes the developer is even hosting some sort of event that plugs directly into their matchmaking system, so you succeed in the 1v1 ladder and you get dumped into the weekend event. You succeed at the weekend event, you get dumped into a live event where you can show up and sit back down at a fucking computer and play on the big screen. Right? Get out of the way, Despy, I'm ranting. Despy, please. Please. Thank you. I feel so emasculated when she does that. Everything is just so structured, and it's so elevated, and it's so clean, and it's so frictionless, and there is still friction, but I want to stress to you the way that competitive StarCraft esports stuff used to work. YouTube did not really have any traction until about 2008, 2007. When I say traction, I'm talking about with respect to video sharing of gaming content. In fact, most gaming content was banned from video platforms, even up to 2010, 2011, 2012, when I started my career in broadcasting. Again, gaming kind of being banned. So, again, in 2008, 2007, I had already been playing StarCraft competitively for like 9 years. So, there was no video of what anyone was doing. There was no centralized location. The Blizzard StarCraft 1 ladder was fully hacked. So that meant whatever rating you wanted, you would download your hack and you would type 9999, enter, boom, that was your rating. Congratulations, you're number 1. From number 1 to number 1000 on the official Blizzard ratings was just 99999, right? Just all the way down. There was absolutely no participation on Blizzard's part in the actual competitive scene. And then what happened? Well, people started wanting to play competitively. You know how you found other people to play against? You just had to know someone. You had to learn that there was a channel that if you went to, good players were there. How did you know? You just had to hope that you randomly stumbled into one of those people in the game listing. Have I talked about the game listing in StarCraft? Okay, let me explain to you the game listing in StarCraft. Go to Craigslist, click on anything, and then you'll just see a listing of shit to buy. That's exactly how the StarCraft matchmaking gaming went. You would just go play, and it would just be a bunch of shit. And it would be like 4v4 big game hunters, parentheses, free beer. Like, you could name your lobby. Is that insane? You could name the lobby. Oh my God, I can't believe we ever trusted people with the ability to do that. So you just like look at these and be like, infinite money map, weird use map settings game, tower defense, use map settings game, big game hunter. And someone would be like 1v1 Lost Temple. And Lost Temple was like the first legit map. I don't know why I'm doing so many air quotes today. Legit, oh, it's not so legitimate. We should do under quotes. Legit maps. How would you know that Lost Temple was a thing? You just had to know. You just had to know. You had to like seek out. You had to find. You had to like slowly crawl through the internet and learn things. Google wasn't even really a notable thing. It was fucking Alta Vista. It was Ask Jeeves, man. People used Yahoo. Ugh. I mean, this is how you found out about your information. And so what would wind up happening is, and this is crazy to say, there were tournaments, notably WCG, the World Cyber Games. Now, cyber is no longer used ever except in contexts. See what I'm saying? Except in context. Back then, it still was connected to gaming because no one had fucking grown up, all right? So, back to the World Cyber Games, actually started like 1999, 2000-ish. And you know how you found out about it? Posters? I don't mean foreign posters. I mean you would like go to a mall and someone would have a poster that would be like video game tournaments. Win money playing video games. Like, it was fucking hard to figure out that this shit even existed. And like in 2000 and must have been like 2003 and 4 and 5, like 2002, 3, 4, 5, there was just like piecemeal information getting cobbled together on forums to learn where the hell some of these events even took place, like how to even participate. Again, there was not just like, I want to play, and you open up the client and the button says play, and you go, nothing like that, right? You just had to like figure out what the address of these things were. And so I remember there was this one year, I think it was 2003. That sounds right, 2003. There were 20 events happening all around the country, kind of spread out. So like the one that we went to was in St. Louis. There was one way north up in Chicago. There was, like 2 down in Texas and 4 in California, 1 in Seattle. It's all spread out all over the place. And the winner got a seed to the national finals. So you had to go to your location, you had to win. Now, I'm saying 2003, but this literally happened every single year. There'd be these different regional locations. So every single year, all the good players would start being like, which event are you going to? And someone would be like, all right, well, if you go to the Chicago one, shit. Okay, I'll go to the St. Louis one. Everyone would be like, okay. Because no one wanted to play against each other. There's not that many good people. But it was like funny because I remember like there was a year where my brother and I both qualified for the whatever finals event, and like the one I qualified for was in Chicago, and the one that my brother qualified at, we lived in Kansas, so we drove up to Chicago, and I won the Chicago one, and then Nick drove down to Texas and won in Texas. So we're just like fucking splitting up and shit, man. Oh my God, it was like so fucking crazy. And like there was even these events where like people would start lying to each other about which events they were going to. They would be like, all right, I'm going to go to the Westbrook event. And okay, I'm going to go to the Seattle event. Okay, cool. But someone would be lying to the other one, and they'd all be sneaking off to the Las Vegas one. Or they'd be like, yeah, no, we heard that so-and-so was going to Las Vegas. So you'd wind up in these like funny things where you would just be like on the forums, like refreshing. And someone would be like, all right, 3 people bullshitted each other, and they're all at the same event. And so it would be like 8-year-old child whose dad was at the mall and saw there was a tournament. And then 3 of the best players in North America. And those were the only 4 players at the entire fucking qualifier event. Right? It was like these like insanely weird sort of things. And there was this one year where for some reason there was this kid who went to the Las Vegas event, and there was some sort of, I don't even remember what it was, but like literally nobody showed up except for like a 12-year-old child and this child's father. And so this 12-year-old kid won the Las Vegas qualifier. And so this was like another year. This was in 2005, yeah. So like there were 16 players who were qualified for the national finals. And so there's like 15 good players and the mysterious, the legendary Las Vegas kid. And so, we get to the event. I remember I was hanging out with Artosis, Dan, and there's another Terran player named Asem. So the Warcraft 3 players, like Wizard and Ironclad. And we're all hanging out and talking, like the Warcraft 3 players like asking us a little bit about like what we're going to be doing and what we're thinking about the event. And Dan goes, does anyone know who the Las Vegas kid is playing? We got to redraw. And I'm like, dude, I want to play a fucking Las Vegas kid. No, I'm sorry, this was 2004. This is 2004, right? So, and so all the StarCraft players started to slowly find each other at the hotel. They started to slowly come together. And we're all like, has anyone met the Las Vegas kid? And it's like, no, I've met the fucking Las Vegas kid. And it's like, okay, does anyone know anything about the Las Vegas kid? Like, is he good? I don't know, because again, I cannot stress to you enough, there's no fucking Twitter account, there's no ranking. You just played in full isolation and just hoped you were good. You know what I mean? It was nuts. And then Dan and I were walking back to the hotel. Me and our hotels were walking back to the fucking hotel. And there was this kid who was just like with his dad, sweetest dad. I was like, hey, are you 2 young gentlemen participating in the World Cyber Games tournament? And the reason he asked us is because we were holding fucking keyboards in Long Beach, okay? And we went, yeah, no, we're playing a WCG. Well, this is my son. He attended the Las Vegas event. And this kid that was like so small, the kid actually, if we're being real, the kid kind of looked like this fucking thing, right? Like, there he is. He was just like, hello. Like, imagine instead of a mushroom for a head, this is a human head. And imagine if instead of a hand, it's the same hand that's there, okay? He just comes out. Hi. Did you know that if you build a dark Templar really fast and they don't have detection, then you can kill their workers? And Dan and I looked at each other, and I looked at Dan, and Dan looked at me, and I know we both thought the same fucking thing. We both went, God, I fucking hope I rip this kid to shreds in round 1. Please, God, pair me against this child. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I don't want any harm on this kid. But we take those. We take those wins. You know what I mean? We take those wins. I'm not ashamed of that. Like, I sometimes queue up Dota. 3 of the opponents disconnect, and we win the game in 8 minutes. Great. Perfect. Give me the points. I had a great night. Drinks are on me. Like... So Dan and I just looked at each other, and we're just like, fucking pair of the Vegas kid? Who got pair of the Vegas kid? So it turns out, like, the brackets were drawn, and I was not against Vegas kid, but I was like 1 away from Vegas kid. And it was just like, fuck. Oh, and I was like, God, D9, y'all, you were so fucking almost, like, you almost got to play against a Vegas kid. And then it turned out that they messed up the brackets because they thought that one person didn't show up. So they had to redraw the brackets. And guess who got to play against the Vegas kid? Guess who got to? Dan Artosis Stemkowski got to play against the Vegas kid. Now, I don't know if any of you have seen the Revenant, I think it's called. And I don't know if any of you who watched that movie remember the scene where the bear met Leonardo DiCaprio. Let's just say that Artosis was playing like 350 APM, his optimized build order, like splitting 3 control groups, like just absolutely steamrolled this kid. And the thing is, remember, like, this is during an era where there's nothing for competitive players. There's nothing. We have nothing. We have nothing at all. This is our one event each year, and it's hard to even find out how it happens. This is our one thing. And so when Dan won that game, I remember he turned around, and Dan had this, all right, on to round 2. He was like, all right, cool, awesome, perfect. And and I was in the fucking hell bracket. I was way on the other side, man. Oh, I had a horrible, horrible time in that tournament. Oh my god, like every single round went to game 3. It was fucking so stressful. Great, man. I was the happiest I've ever seen Dan in my life. How do we end up like this? I don't know. All in all, this card is okay. Pandora Star Bases, did the kid get destroyed? Oh, he got knocked out like as quickly as a person can get knocked out of a tournament. And his dad just hung out with his kid and went around Long Beach and they had a great time, This fucking kid just had heard of StarCraft and played StarCraft and, it was like a thing, For him, it wasn't the thing that he had sacrificed his entire life to pursue like me and Dan did, right? That's not what this small child was. Mad Empires and Sub-Road Toes being children. Now that I'm saying that, I'm starting to... I'm slightly worried it wasn't Dan that played against him first round. I'll ask Dan. We'll host Dan and be like, Dan, you played against the Las Vegas kid. First round 2004, right? All right, tapping at the window. 1 and a green. Top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest in your graveyard. Flashback this much. I think it's bad. I think it's bad. Dude, let me tell you, this is like Las Vegas kid first round WCG fucking mediocre. I don't even think it's going to make it into the decks. It seems like a fine card to have and limited to maybe get some creatures in there, But it's only top 3 and it's only creatures, so I got a little scared. The fact that it's dumping things in the graveyard is nice in case you have some disturb or flashback things. Oh, Timberland Guide. A notable include. I remember Timberland Guide was a card in Avacyn Restored, which is what had miracles. And I still remember a game where turn 2 I played a Timberland Guide, put a +1/+1 counter on himself. And then the next turn I drew the put 4 +1/+1 counters on target creature with a miracle cost of 2. And I was just like, oh, 6/6. My opponent immediately conceded it was sick. Tireless Hauler. Oh my god. The hot biceps in this anime waistline. I love it. 4 and a green for a 4/5 vigilance. Again, I really think the 4 and 5 costers. I think the 4 and 5 costers are really good in draft in green and red. Like, wow. And then Dire Strain Brawler, Tireless Hauler. Oh my god, they rhyme. Brr. Yeah, this is... No one hauls like Gaston. Break some balls like Gaston. I mean, it seems... This card's fine. It's just like... If you're green, you want a couple big dudes. You want a couple ways to get trampled to smack on in, right? Seems good. Tovalar's Huntmaster. Oh my god, is it? No. 4 and double green. When Tovalar's Huntmaster enters the battlefield, create 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. Please tell me it's the Huntmaster, the Fel style thing. Daybound, and if it becomes, and it's Tovalar's Pack Leader enters battlefield or attacks, create 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. Another target wolf or werewolf you control fights target creature you don't control. Dude, get out. Oh my god. It's a big wolf. This is a 1,000 out of 5. Dude, it's going to be a 6/6 that makes a couple 2/2s that then becomes a 7/7. And what is this? Damn it, player casts no spells during their own turn. Oh shit, man. Fuck yeah, I can make this a big werewolf pack leader. Start generating more dogs. Have the dogs fight other dogs. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love this card. Is it good? Is it good and constructed? It's probably terrible and constructed. We're going to make a green ramp deck that runs 4 of these puppies and spend all our wild cards. Yeah. All right. Turn the Earth. Choose up to 3 target cards in graveyards. The owners of those cards shuffle them into their libraries. You gain 2 life. I feel like this is... Put some Turn the Earths in the graveyard against mill decks. Something like this. I don't really know where this one is useful, but again, there's a lot of graveyard interaction that exists in older formats, and things that disrupt that seems good. Yeah. Unnatural Growth. Oh my gosh, my favorite card. 1, green. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until the end of turn. I hate that it's until the end of turn. So this only costs 5. I mean, the good news is that you can do this, storm the festival, and get out this. Ooh, there's just so many bad cards. How do we get all of them in there? I mean, this card is really stupid fun. Quad green and 1. I mean, it costs 1 more and is as restrictive as a Phyrexian Obliterator. All right. You can also do multiples of this. I don't even know what the reason for this is. Oh, yeah. We're going to do something with this idiot card. So I'm going to rate this a day 9 out of 10. This is a jank out of 10. Willow Geist, a single green. I got to say, typically I was expecting with this wispiness to sort of have like a very feminine, lithe, traditional forest spirit look. But instead, it's just Beardacles. A green 1/1 trample. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on Willow Geist. Willow Geist dies, you gain life equal to its power. That's actually quite good. Especially in a format that has flashback and perturb, disturb, unnerve, unearth, entomb, exhume, something like that. This is quite good. This is quite a good card. I mean, it's going to take a while to get there, but it's still quite a good card, and it's super cheap, so you hate a little bit to draw it late, but this seems completely fine. Now, would I ever run this in constructed? Probably not. I mean, not unless there's a super graveyard focused like Golgari list or something like this, but Ren and 7. LOL. 3 green and 5. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all land cards revealed this way into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Oh. Oh. Is Azusa Lost but Seeking in the format? Put any number of land cards from your hand onto the battlefield tap. Okay. Create a green tree folk creature token with reach, and this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. Trash, don't care about that. Return all permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. You get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size. Oh my god, it's a landwalker. It's a landwalker. We can do like a landfall Planeswalker list. Dude, we can play this on turn 4. You ramp on turn 3 all the time? And then on turn 4, you get to play Wrenn and 7? Wrenn and 7 from heaven. Oh my God. My friends. My dudes. Oh. This is a 5 out of 5. This is my favorite card in the entire set so far. I love this card. This card is a dream come true. Better than the 2-mana Wrenn and 6? Not even remotely close. The 2-mana Wrenn and 6 is disgusting. You give a retrace to like all your shit. I mean, this is incredible. I love this card. I'm going to be running it. What can I say? I run cards, you know. Dude, can you imagine? Oh, shit. I'm going to be running some green ramp nonsense. Oh, it's time for Multicolored. We are making good time. The Jaded Weeb Otaku just gifted us 5 subs. Oh my God, what a name yet again. Do you want a re-rating on this? Are the bribes back? Are we rebribing? Or are you just having a good time? Both are okay. Oh, the DK30 reminder. Relax, I'm looking back through the WCG 2004 games listing, and I'm not sure if that was the one with Las Vegas Kid. Not sure if I'm missing something, but it looks like Artosis got absolutely stomped early on that year and only won one of his group stage matches. There were no other Americans in his group. You are looking at the WCG International Finals. We're at the WCG US Finals that were held in Long Beach. And then WCG 2005 was held. I don't know where it was held, but I remember there was a 16-person single elimination bracket. Okay, there's something that I want to do before we go into the multicolored cards. Boink, 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 and boom. All right, self-promotion. We, here in Day 9 TV, a couple times a year, generally 3, this year 2, because there's been some stress, I'm not going to lie, this pandemic has been pretty intrusive. But either way, we have been doing something 2-3 times a year called 30-day projects. And here's the idea of it. Has there ever been some goal you've had, whether it be something as short-term as cleaning out the garage, or maybe you have a long-term goal, like I want to become an author, but it's been hard to figure out what the first step is. This is what 30-day projects are. It is a first step to conquering one of those goals. The way it works is you come up with something you can get done with in 30 days, something you can get done with in 1 month's time. And you can break it up into different tasks every week. So if you were trying to be an author, instead of saying, I want to be an author at the end of the month, no, you might say, okay, there's a book that I want to write that is something on the path to becoming a full-time author. And you know what? I'm going to write just 10 chapters over the next 4 weeks to my book. So you're trying to take something and crunch it down into a 1-month goal. And so there are any variety of different 30-day projects you can come up with. You could have a fitness goal where I want to go run 5 days a week, and I'm just tracking what I'm doing. You could have a goal that you're trying to get a job. So what you're going to do is you're going to submit 2 job applications every day. Or some other people have only had times to commit, say, 1 weekday evening and 1 weekend day. So they're going to try to submit 5 job applications per week and just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. Some of the other ones that I personally have done, I did a machine learning month where I made a machine learning prototype where a digital farmer would machine learn his way to farming because I was just interested in the topic. There's any manner of different topics that you can do. And what we're going to do is we're all going to start our own respective 30-day projects at the same time on October 19th. And this is one of the big goals of this is one, a 1-month project is short enough that you can kind of wrap your head around it. If you don't hit your goal, the important thing is not that you failed or that you succeeded. The important thing is that you are farther along on that goal than when you started. Second important thing is we're all starting at the same time so we can communicate with each other and we can support one another. So part of the support tools is that if you go to our website at day9.tv, you can go to this DK30 tab, and we built a tracker online where you can upload your own projects. You can write down various structured goals. Please sign in to access this page. Oh my god, I'm logged out of my own website. That's fine. When you create a project, you're prompted with various requests, what do you want to do week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4? What are some of the tags if people want to search it? Can you write up a description? What's the output that you want to have for this? And then they get posted here. If you want to have yours be private, we have a private setting, so it can just be to help you. If you don't want to use this tool, don't use it at all. The whole point is, this is a way for us to have a little bit of public visibility. If you need accountability, give some public accountability. You can look up other people's projects as potential inspiration for yours. And again, just start doing something that you've always not quite found the right time to kick it off. As part of the DK30, we are also doing a game jam. Every fall we do a game jam. Last year we had It Takes Two. I'd just been married. I'm sorry, not It Takes Two. That's the game that I play with my wife. 2 is better than 1. I just got married, and so we had a game jam about 2 being better than 1. We're also, as part of DK30, having a game jam where the topic is funny physics. Games that have ridiculous, silly physics as the core part of the fun. And as part of the game jams, we want to pair people who are engineers, with people who are artists, with people who are sound folks. So we have this Google form that if you click here, it goes to the Google form. So that way, if you have various interests in what you want to do, you'll have various interests of what you want to do, so that way you can get paired with people of the appropriate and corresponding skill set. So if any of you are interested in that, we'd love to have you. I'm going to be talking about it a whole lot in these here coming days. I still haven't decided what I want to do over my game jam, over my DK30. It might just be skincare, because I really want to have beautiful glowing skin. Maybe that's what I do. Maybe that's my first step to being a beautiful, beautiful bear. And at the end of the 30 days, I review all sorts of the projects that people have done, including playing many of the games in the game jam. Yes, Admiral Pat. All right, let's go on to our multicolored gold cards. Perfect. All right, looks like we have about 1 more hour of content. Time to do multicolored, artifacts, etc. Angel Fire Ignition. Oh my god. Jaded. You want me to re-rate this as a 0 out of 5? Negative infinity, please. Negative infinity. I think this is when I make my stand. Oh my god. No, this card is too good. What do you mean? You want me to rate this poorly? Oh my god, but that goes against everything that I ethically believe to be true, that this card is awesome. Oh, fuck. Well, you always have to honor the bribe. That is one of my core philosophies in life. Jaded says, dance for me, funny man. Okay. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Anyways, let me tell you why Renin 7 needs to just delete itself from the internet, exactly like that photo of Beyonce. Renin 7 sucks. You can get a +1 just to get land. You can get a 0 just to put them down. Why do I have the ability to do something that I put onto the battlefield for free every turn anyways? Wasted garbage trash abilities. The -8 return all permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand? I mean, if we're being honest, there's already planeswalkers that have a similar effect. It says return all of them to the battlefield. Okay. Now, there is this -3 that lets us make a token that, is corresponding to the amount of land that we have, but that creature still dies to Doomblade. And as we've seen in this set, we already have better removal spells than Doomblade. So mostly what Renin 7 is going to do is make 1 Tree Folk token. Pathetically try to +1 into getting cards that don't affect the battlefield in any way. I love this fucking card. I don't know what to do. I don't know. This is actually a crisis of faith for me. Because I believe so much in bribery, but I love this card so much, Jaded. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. You gifted me 5 subs and put in a request, and it's so hard for me because there's no fucking way I'm going to give you a refund. I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just keep all of it and ignore you. Did I do it? Regardless, that was fun. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the 5 subs. We appreciate it. All right, Angel Fire Ignition. We're on to our multicolored cards. 1 red, white. Put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. It gains Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste until end of turn. Whoa. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. This Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste. Huh. It's kind of a weird combat trick. It's kind of like just deal some damage, gain some life, and... This actually feels pretty good. It's because it's kind of like +1/+1 counters that pay for themselves. You know what I mean? It paid for itself. And then it has flashbacks, so you can do it again. Yeah, I actually think this is an excellent card. This is an excellent limited card. Oh my god. Contemplation. Gifted 5 and says, my 5 subs are a counter bribe, so you can rate Ren in 7 as your heart tells you. I give it a 7 out of 5. Do you get it? It's resonance. I read about that in a book. Oh my god, yeah. Angel Fire Ignition, I think, is a fucking unbelievable. And also, thank you, Contemplation, for the gifted subs. We appreciate that here. Your subs helped me buy my meat today. It's not instant speed, but it feels like still worthwhile enough in terms of putting the +1/+1 counters. I'd probably give it. Give it a 5. Actually, I think this is a 5 limited card, particularly because you get an attacker, a blocker, a bigger thing, haste, indestructible. It's all solid. And the flashback. Arcane Infusion. Blue, red. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Reveal an instant or sorcery card from among them. Put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom. Flashback. 3 blue, red. I mean, it seems okay. These kinds of cards always have some presence in Standard. The fact that you can flash it back is quite nice. Emron Omar just gifted us 5. Thanks, Emron Omar, who's been with us the entire damn day. Give Jaded a rain check. Jaded, you now have a rain check to do 1 bribe courtesy of Emron Omar. In fact, because I'm already seeing that there's a bit of a bribe economy spawning, we're going to be creating our very own bribe coin. We're going to be doing an initial bribe coin offering whereby each of you can just collect as much bribery credit as possible, and by doing so, you can bribe for one another. You can trade for bribes. You can really, really do whatever you want. There's a really interesting technique that a lot of cryptocurrencies do where what they say is, really, you can do anything you want. And that is a different way of saying, I don't know what the fuck to do with this. You figure it out. And the thing is that it's really the only honest cryptocurrency. It's known as bribe coin. So there it is. There it is. There you got it. You know, the thing I'm really excited about is something called Other Timeline Coin. And what it is it's a coin whose value is based upon what the net worth of people would have been had they not invested in Bitcoin. So it's actually the only cryptocurrency that goes up and right. Am I doing it? Are we doing it? All right. I'm going to stop clowning around and get back to the honest reviews of this card. All right. Hey, Tickler Fits. Thanks for the 5 gifteronies and the pepperoni. We are really... I don't even think we're reviewing cards anymore. I think we're just talking. All right. I don't know if you're offering Other Timeline Coin or Bribe Coin, but the important thing is that we accept neither of them. Arcane Infusion. I think this is going to be pretty much fine. Tickler Fist says this bribe gives this card a 0 out of 10. Yeah. I mean, I actually don't even know if that's a bribe or whether I actually just think that. I mean, it is a 2 mana restrictive cost in red-blue. And then there's another flashback cost for 5. And in both cases, I mean, it's basically spending 7 mana to get 2 cards in there. I mean, yeah, maybe this card is actually not that good. Maybe you just want, why can't I remember the name of it? The one that look at the top 3, put 1 in the hand, 2 on the bottom. I don't know, this doesn't look, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's Expressive Iteration that, like, Expressive Iteration is the actual good red-blue card, but there's one that's 1 in blue that does this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually not too hot on this card. Arlen, the Pack's Hope. Ooh. 2 red, green. Daybound. Player casts no spells. Yeah, okay. Till your next turn, you may cast creature spells as though they had flash. And each creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. -3, create many dogs. Arlen, the Pack, this card's fucking great. Anticipate, that's what it's called, over yonder. Great idea, that's one. This card is great. I don't know why I went into that weird voice, probably because the name Arlen. Ah, yes, Arlen, the Pack of Hope. Create 2/2 dogs. For any of you that didn't know, I'm terrible at accents, but I have a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun trying. I mean, flash, summoning dogs. I mean, it protects itself, it gives flash. I mean, is there a flip side? Arlen, the Moon's Fury, okay. Add red-green with +2. Oh, until end of turn, Arlen, Moon's Fury becomes 5/5 werewolf creature with trample, indestructible, and haste. Actually, this is 5 as fuck. Oh, this is 5 as fuck, man. In constructed and limited. It's a 4 cost, makes 2/2/2 wolves. You can flip it and smash. God. This is really good. Yeah, I'd give it a 5 and a 5. Fish Loss of Fierce, does she auto-flip when it becomes day and night? Yeah. Daybound means whatever the status of day and night is, that's what it must be stuck to. Yeah, this is incredible in Bard class. Like, wow. This is sick. This is sick. Blade-stitched Scab. Blue and black. Other zombies you control get +1/+0. You're not even a lord. This is a half-lord. This is like a duke. Does loyalty transfer between sides? It does. And the reason is because loyalty, even though this is shown as a number, loyalty is a counter. So it enters with 4 counters on there. So when you flip a card, it keeps the amount of counters that are there. Zombies? +1/+0. Oh, look at this Duke. I mean, this isn't black-blue, which has many of the Make the Decay zombies. And they're going to be 3/2s that spew at the end of the turn. Can't stay away. Oh, there's cats. Oh, I love cats so much. Black. White, black. Sorry, I'm black-white colorblind. It's very difficult to discern anything at all. Sorcery. Return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, and it gains its creature will die, exile it instead. So, I guess it's fine. I mean, it's fine in limited. I'm just going to give it a 3 in limited and a 2 in constructed. I mean, let's be real, okay? Let's be realistic. If you have part of me is just so badly wants a 2-mana creature instead of the ability to return a 3-mana creature. The fact that it's 5 and it can return it twice is good. Jodar says, is it relevant that Decay only destroys the zombies if you attack with them? You can keep them around for the number of creature cards. Yeah, no, you can absolutely do that. But again, if you attack with it, it dies by the end of the turn. Keep using English language, and there's Magic players viewing. So they're like, actually, semantics language. And I'm like, no! Corpse Cobble, we got the blue-blacks as initial cost to cast a spell. Sacrifice any number of creatures. Hey. Create an XX blue and black zombie creature token with menace, where X is the total power of the sacrificed creatures. I love the flavor of this. Instant speed. I actually think this card is very, very good. It's very, very good and limited. But, I mean, the basic gist is you have a creature. Your opponent casts a removal spell on it. You corpse cobble it to sack it, and you just kind of basically get the same creature back. So you kind of go 1 for 1. But then you actually have this flashback ability, which gives it potentially more value. So this I actually like this a lot. This is a very nice reactive card. Is it constructed good? It might barely be like 1 out of 5 constructed good. I think 1 out of 5 constructed good is good. Croaking Counterpart. Oh my god, look at his little eyes. He has the expression of a grobble. I love this. 1 green, blue. Create a token that's a copy of target non-frog creature, except it's a 1/1 green frog. Okay, so if I have something that does an amazing end of turn effect, I could create a Croaking Counterpart of that, and it's a 1/1 green frog, but it has everything else. Seems good. So, also, if there's an ETB, frog is the sincerest form of flattery. Okay. I figured it out. Because I couldn't remember what the initial quote was. I think it's imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. I think that's right. I think it's imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Yeah, frog is the sincerest form of flattery. If I were in charge of lore, I would have put ribbit, 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 and then I would have just stopped. I think it's actually quite good. Hello, Iano. Gifting 5. Thanks, hello, Iano. The bribes continue to flow. What a treat to have you here. So yeah, I'd actually rate this as maybe probably not good enough for constructed, but probably frogably a 4. 4 in constructed, or 4 in limited, 4 in limited, 4 in limited. I'm starting to get very tired. I did not sleep a lot last night. I caffeinated to hell to be able to do what I'm doing right now, which is basically getting distracted, shit posting, and telling stories about StarCraft. Oh, I worked so hard to be able to deliver this to you. But I'm really running out of juice. Frog's good, 5 out of 5. I'll get a frog out of 5. Dawnheart Wardens. 1 green, white, vigilance, 3/3, covenant. Beginning combat on your turn if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers. Creatures you control get +1/+0 till end of turn. Nice. Nice. Didn't say the word. Perfectly solid card. I'd give it like a 3, 4. I mean, it's great. This is sort of like both an extremely strong stat line, 3/3 with vigilance, 4/3, and then we also get to just make a little bit of a finisher effect. It's great. Denic Pious Apprentice. Oh my god. This guy looks like a Denic. White, blue, lifelink. Cards in graveyards can't be the targets of spells or abilities. So, wait. It's a 2/3 lifelinker for 2. Cards in graveyards can't be the targets of spells or abilities. So if I'm like exile a card in the graveyard, can't do that. But if I cast a card from the graveyard, that's fine. Oh, I gotta see if Hello Yano spoke to us. Sorry if I missed your message, Hello Yano. Then it comes back as a flying whenever one or more creature cards are put into graveyards from anywhere. Investigate. This ability only triggers one each turn. Whoa! Fuck, that side is really good. Wow, that is some good stuff. It's a 2/3 lifelinker, and then you get to flip it. Not flip it, but it can come back as a 3/2 flyer that then gives you clue tokens. And clue tokens you can turn into cards. Wow, Hello Honest, I didn't miss anything. I was expressing love for Croaking Counterpart. Oh, thank you. Tweak 9370. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs at the end of our wonderful, wonderful day. Tweaks as I learned to play draft watching your content here and on YouTube. Shawan to help support the cause. Well, hey, we're happy to have you here. And sincerely, I know I'm not giving very much valuable commentary today, but it's been a lot of fun. I hope you all have been having a blast. Sincerely, I do. Yeah, I actually would give this card... And you can only disturb at you're casting it from the graveyard, so you're still bound by whether it's a sorcery or whatever. Yeah, I mean, this is certainly a 5 out of 5 in limited. 2/3 for 2. That then becomes a 3/2 flyer that then can draw cards. I mean, that's just very, very good. It's very, very straightforward. Yeah, I think it's 5 out of 5 in limited. In constructed, I can't quite see where it would fit. Again, there is a history of like not black white, blue white, spirit flying kind of things. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think maybe a 1. I feel like there's, again, Azorius Flyer is always sort of lurking in the background. Anyways. Devoted Graph Keeper. I don't keep graves, I keep graphs. Dad graph. White, blue, when Devoted Graph Keeper enters the battlefield, mill 2 cards. Whenever you cast a spell from your graveyard, tap target creature you don't control. It's okay, it's okay. Disturb cost is cheap. 3/1 flyer. Wow! Departed Soulkeeper can only block creatures flying. That's very good. Yeah, I mean, this is really, 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 really good. Yeah, so there's, I mean, in limited, this is a very good limited card. Again, a 3/1 flyer that disturbs for 3 is fast. That's, you get a 3/1 flyer out quick. You can end a game quickly with the Azorius Flyers in this set. Give it a 4 in limited. Dire Strain Rampage. 1 red, green. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. If a land was destroyed this way, its controller may search their library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield, tap, and shuffle. Otherwise, its controller may search their library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, and shuffle. So wait. If I destroyed an enchantment, the controller of the enchantment searches their library for a basic land card, puts it onto the battlefield, tapped. So this is kind of like a weird ramp or destroy anything. This is weird. I think this card's really bad, right? Isn't this bad? I mean, the only way that I can see this one working... Yeah, it seems terrible. Too much text, yeah. Dire Graph Rebirth. 3 black, green. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature that died this turn. Okay, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, interesting. So if I just, like, swung out, I can just bring something back from the grave. It also has flashback, so it's kind of like a pricier Unburial Rites. You could, like, sack a bunch of your stuff. Like, there's been some Golgari sacrifice lists. And I guess with this flashback, this could also be 2. Yeah, this seems actually really nice with a lot of the current tools that are in Standard 2022. Like, I like this card. I like this one. I think it's probably a 2 out of 5 constructed, probably a 1 out of 5 limited. It's just very expensive for limited. Seems very expensive for limited. Maybe a 2. I don't know. Does the cost reduction apply to the flashback? It does. Because this spell costs 1 less to cast, blah, blah, blah. And then you may cast for its flashback cost. So, it does indeed do. All right. Faithful Mending. Ah, yes. This is what I will be doing tomorrow when I'm no longer doing a card review stream, and I'm more a normal person instead of a clown. Faithful mending of our relationship. I will say, it is fun to be a bit of a dumbass, but there is part of me that hurts to not be communicating the way that I normally talk. So maybe once every 3 months feels good to me. Even Fun Day Monday would like really take it out of me. I felt horrible after like half my Fun Day Monday things, man. That was rough. Anyways. Faithful Mending. White, blue. You gain 2 life, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. Oh my god, it's not Faithless Looting, it's Faithful Mending. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. So this is life gain looting. So if there's some sort of graveyard flashback stuff, god, this is going to be one of the more important enablers, isn't it? This is... I actually would probably give this a 4 for Constructed. I think it is that important in Constructed. It's also instant speed, which is disgusting. Instant speed. Ugh. I mean, that's good shit, man. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I would not run this in limited ever. 0 in limited. Flesh Taker. This image is hilarious. Oh my god. Oh my god. Flesh Taker is just like, hello, everyone. I'm sorry to disturb you. I just want your flesh. White, black, human assassin, 2/2. Whenever you sacrifice another creature, you gain 1 life and scry 1. Sack another creature. Flesh Taker gets big. It's just some human snacker. Goblin on another creature, sacrifice other creatures. Great. Florian Voldaran Scion. 1 black. Red. First strike 3/3. Already love it. At the beginning of your post-combat main phase, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the total amount of life your opponent's lost this turn. Exile 1 of those cards and put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. You may play the exiled card this turn. Nice. So this is a 3/3 first striker for 3. Incredible limited card. And then after combat, you get to just look and maybe play a card for free. So this seems just very, 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 very good. Is this good enough in Constructed? Maybe. 1, 2? Seems good. Galvanic Iteration, blue, red. You know what I'm going to call it? No more bribing. I am at the absolute cusp of out of energy. And we only have about another 30 minutes to go. Red... Blue. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy, and you can flash it back. I'm fucking running this. I'm running this. I love this card. This is a day 9 out of 5 right here. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh. Lilu Dallas multi-turn indeed. Yes. Oh. I've been copying Magma Opuses and shit. I've been dual striking. I love it so much. For our robots, I just want to say thanks for your time. Always glad to spend some time with you and chat. Well, we're happy to have you. It's been a fun day. It's been a fun day. I love this. This is good and limited. It seems tricky to pull off in limited, but again, the flashback gives you the extra value. It seems nice. Ghoul Caller's Harvest. Black-green. Create X, 2/2 black zombie creature tokens with Decayed, where X is half the number of creature cards in your graveyard, rounded up. So if I have 10 creature cards in the graveyard, we make 5 2/2 black zombies. Wow. I think this is like a 4 or 5 in Constructed, and then like if you go to limited, maybe like a 3. I mean, that's pretty amazing, isn't it? So Shadowcats is not actually a great card to get early, right? Well, on turn 2, with nothing in the grave, nothing rounded up, that's 0 still. Yes, that would be very bad to cast it. Wow, 0 rounded up? That's fucking 0. Have I told any of you that I have a degree in mathematics? That's why I come here for the calculatronics. I still think this is a 4 or 5. Because, the way to think about this is, imagine if you had a 7-mana card that was bonkers. And then on turn 7, it just costs 2. This is kind of what this feels like. You get your board wiped, and you rezombify it. Oh, Golgari. Golgari Claws is coming to town. Dude, there's already so much self-sacrificing stuff. This is incredible. I love this card. Good one. Grizzly Ghoul. 2 black, green, 4/3 trample. It enters a battlefield with +1/+1 counter for each creature that died this turn. Oh my god. I know these antlers would make you think this is a moose, but this is actually Leonardo DiCaprio. This is actually it. This is a great limited card. This is very good. These zombie bears. This is limited. It's a limited card. It's really good. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Poor Las Vegas kid. Yeah, it's so true. Hallowed Respite. White, blue. Exile target non-legendary creature, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Cool. If it entered under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Otherwise, tap it. Oh, it's sorcery speed? Boo. 0. Boo. Oh my god. Boo, boo, boo. I am going to choose my own card, and when my own card comes back, I want it to be barely larger, okay? I don't want any trouble. You'd have to have an insane enter the battlefield effect for this to be good. Which maybe means it's actually good enough. But it would need to be insane for me to get excited. Does it reset your disturbed creatures? Etos are just so disturbed. Hungry for more. This is me in 30 minutes when I'm looking for food. Black, red, create a 3/1 black and red vampire creature token with trample, lifelink, and hey, sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. I actually quite like little obnoxious creatures like this. I quite like it. Like lifelink, I have started to value lifelink a lot in the last few sets. And it's nice. You just come out, smack, get a little health, lifelink haste, play it again, smack, get a little health, lifelink haste. It's like you know, yeah, J. Ryan Taylor. It's like a creature full lightning helix, you know. So it's a hard to aim lightning helix that has extra value, and I like this. Do I actually like it enough in constructed? I don't know. There is some Rakdos burn lists that are pretty funny. This would be interesting to kind of make a Rakdos burn. I don't know. I'm going to be very honest. I'm going to give this a tired out of 5. I have no idea how to evaluate this one. It is beyond my evaluatory capabilities, but I think it'll be good and limited. Join the dance. Green, white. Create 2 1/1 white human creature tokens, and you can flash it back. This card's probably broken, right? It's probably like an essential and unbelievable card in Constructed. A 2 mana, make 2 tokens with flashback? That seems good. Selesnya tokens. Yeah. Seems good. This seems quite good. I know it's sorcery speed, and it's 2 mana for 2 1/1s, but you know, making a lot of tokens is pretty good. I'm gonna give it 3 in Constructed, I think. 3 in Constructed. In Limited, I'd give it like a 2. Maybe a 3. Maybe a 5. Probably a 2. 2 in Constructed, 2 Limited. But the 2 Constructed is the thing that's notable. Because there was like... Saproling Migration was like a really good card. I really liked Saproling Migration a lot. This synergizes with a lot of ETB. Whenever humans enter the battlefield, do stuff, you know. This is pretty solid. Catilda, Dawnheart Prime. Catilda. Protection from werewolves. Ooh, that's dirty. Alright, green, white for a 1/1. Human creatures you control have add 1 mana of any of this creature's colors. Do they now? Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Catilda's sick, man. What a signpostet. Might actually be incredibly strong and constructed. I knew it. Human token ramp. And then you have flashbacks, so you can cast extra things. Yeah, no, I kind of like the way that a lot of Selesnya lists work, where they start out and they're all just tapping and synergizing and buffing, and then boom, they just swing in one fell swoop. It's a little different from White Weenie, which is like you start going in and you're chipping on every single turn. This is clearly a busted limited line of text, like in limited protection from werewolves. We've seen so many dogs. I bet you the next card is a dog. Fucking who is this man? I know I can see into the future, not for valuable things, but I can still see. Kessig Naturalist, red and green for a 2/2. Whenever it attacks, add this or that until end of turn. You don't lose mana, and then it can become Lord Dog. All right, Moondog. Moondog comes out. Other werewolves and wolves. Ah, Lord Moondog. Lord Moondog. Whenever Lord of the Uvenwald attacks, add this and that. Okay, so this is an attacking ramper Moondog. Perfectly solid. Perfectly solid. It can turn back. Regardless, it is perfectly solid. Joink. I'm not Lisa. I'm Liesa. Forgotten Archangel. 2, a white, black, flying lifelink 4/5. Nice. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. If a creature an opponent it controls would die, exile it instead. I am so tired of playing against Kaya Orzhov control lists. Oh my god, it's going to be so fucking annoying. This is going to be so annoying. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed. You play this, it hits the battlefield, then Kaya +1s it. I'm devastated. Call her Lisa instead of Liesa. I'm going to be disrespectful and call her what her name isn't. Card is very, very good. I mean, this is, again, one of those absolute crushers in limited. Right? Like, your opponent swings, you chump, it comes back to your hand, you play it again. They swing next turn, you chump, comes back to your hand, you replay it. I mean, this is acceptable in constructed. There's a little bit of redundancy. Kaya, the inexorable costs 5. Lisa costs 5, so there's a little bit of crowding in that slot. But perhaps if you did like 3 Kayas and 2 Lisas, you have 5 of similar effects but more distributed and avoiding of legendary effects. Okay, card's good. Card is very good. Ludovich, Necrogenius. Necrogenius. Unbelievable. Necrogenius. All right. Blue, black. Whenever Ludovich, Necrogenius, enters the battlefield or attacks, mill a card. X, blue, black. Exile X creature cards from your graveyard. Transform Ludovich. X can't be 0. Activate only as a sorcery. Olag, Ludovich's Hubris. Oh my god, dude. Oh, absolutely the Flied himself. Look at this. Oh, that's so good. Oh, this is so Dark Souls. Oh my god. Okay, now let's read it. A 4/4. As this creature transforms into Olag, Ludovich's Hubris, it becomes a copy of a creature card exiled with it. Except its name is Olag, Ludovich's Hubris. It's a 4/4, and it's a legendary blue and black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. Put a number of +1/+1 counters on Olag equal to the number of creature cards exiled with it. Okay. So the way to understand this is that the Necrogenius fused himself with one of the cards, with one of the creatures in a graveyard. So he went to a graveyard, and like, let's say you have a huge dragon. You can then have the creature, you can have this transformation become the dragon that he stitched himself to. So it's a 4/4 as a base. It's a blue and black legendary zombie because it's still controlled by Ludovic's brain. But then you get +1/+1 counters equal to the number of body part creatures that you stitched onto yourself. This is absolutely Junji Ito. I'm going to give this a Junji Ito out of 5. Oh, this is one of the coolest cards I have seen. I love this card. I adore this card. Oh my god, I love that Twisted Body Horror. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh my god, it's so good. And it's a 2 mana, 2/3. Gotta pay a lot. God. That's great. Yeah, let's bring back more Phyrexians, can we? Let's bring back more Phyrexians. All right, we got to finish naming the card. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and name old Stick Fingers. Old Stick Fingers is an X-black-green card. It's a horror. Star. Whenever you cast old Stick Fingers, reveal cards from the top of your library till you reveal X creature cards. Put all creature cards revealed this way into your graveyard. Then go and want to put the rest of the bottom of your library in a random order. Old Stick Fingers, power and toughness are each equal number of creature cards in your graveyard. Good old Stick Fingers. So if you could play this for 2, reveal nothing, and it's like an 8/8 if you have 8 things in the bin. All right. It's going to be old Stick Fingers. Jay-Z says, why do you sound like my family? Hey, Jay-Z, you still watching that there Day 9? That I didn't say Day 9 with a proper draw. Day 9 character. I tuned into him once. He was funny. Oh, that Day 9 was funny. But he was bad at that game. Bless his heart. Yeah. Stick Fingers. I think this card's trash. Rem, Colorless Stalwart Slayer. 1 red, white, flying haste 2/3. If a spell will deal damage to you or another permanent you control, prevent that damage. If a spell would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage +1 instead. So it's like I'm immune to grease lightning, and I grease up our own lightning. Is that right? 2/3 flying haster. Very Sky Knight Legionnaire of him. Seems pretty good. Solid little 3-drop. Flying haste in the sky, I actually think is great in constructed. It has anti-burn. Yeah, okay, like 2 or 3 in constructed. I'd give it like a 4 in limited. It seems pretty good. Oh, it seems good. Rite of Harmony. Green and white. Whenever a creature enchantment enters the battlefield under your control this turn, draw a card. Absolutely fucking broken. Totally broken. I gotta stop doing accents. They're all bad. I think this is broken. Now you nailed the nerd accent. That's absolutely correct. Yeah, I think the Rite of Harmony is just a busted good card. I think this is a 4 in limited. Probably 4 in constructed. I think it's very, very, very good. Very, 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 very good. I think it's very, very good. Dude, give me March of the Multitudes up in this business. Up into this business. All right. Rite of Oblivion. Black, white. As an additional cost to cast, sack a non-land permanent. Exile target non-land permanent. Flashback. I think this is superb. There's already been evidence of black-white humans and black-white sacrifice and black-white. Lots of available nerds to sack. And then it exiles not just a creature, but a non-land permanent. That's good. Sorcery speed, which stinks a bit, but Orzhov Humans has a lot of sorcery speed effects, and it's still quite strong. And obviously in limited, I'd give this like probably a 5. It kind of sucks that you got to sack a non-land permanent, but I think that trading a baby 1/1 for a big thing and an exile effect is more than acceptable, more than worth it. Root Coil Creeper, green, blue, 2/2. Add a mana, add 2 mana, spend mana to only cast grave stuff, exile, return target card with flashback you own from exile to your hand. I think this card is very nice. I'd give this a 4 in limited. A 2/2 for 2 that can like ramp upside and like bring back a flashback. I mean, that's sick. In constructed, it's probably like a 0. Seems like a 0. It's slow. Doesn't impact the board. Has to tap to do stuff. Sacred Fire. Oh, yeah. Red, white. Sacred Fire deals 2 damage to any target and you gain 2 life. Oh, yeah. If anyone ever wants to know the difference between an eternal format and a rotating format, you show them Lightning Helix, you show them Sacred Fire. Lightning Helix says, deal 3, heal 3. Sacred Fire says, deal 2, heal 2. Five in all formats. 5 in all formats. I'd give it a 5. Maybe a 4.5 in all formats. Has flashback for that flash smack. Crickety crick crack. And it is instant, so it is awesome. Sigarda, Champion of Light. 1, green, white. Flying Trample. Humans you control get +1/+1. Wow. Whenever Sigarda attacks, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a human creature card from among them, put them into your hand, put the rest at the bottom of your library in any order. All right. Selesnya Human Tokens. Selesnya Human Tokens. This is more like a Fair Winota. This is Fair Noda. She's an obvious 5 in limited because she's a flying 4/4 for 4. In constructed, I'd probably say that this is like a 2 or 3. Seems like a solid card to have contributing to the strength of your humans, especially if you can start getting some draws off. This appears to be one way in which you draw. This harmonize, Rite of Harmony feels like another way in which you draw Selesnya. Yeah, I'm seeing it come together. It seems nice. Siphon Insight. She's like, whoops, I got too much insight, so I killed these 2 people and got a bunch of likes on Instagram. Blue, black. Look at the top 2 cards of target opponent's library. Exile 1, face down, put the other on the bottom of your library. You may look at and play the exiled card for as long as it remains exiled. And you may spend mana however you want. So this is, okay, the, I can't remember it. It's the 2/2 Flying Dimir card that pops you. And you get to play cards. What was the name of that card? What was the name of it? The 2/2 Flying. Thief of Sanity. Yeah, my gosh, couldn't remember it. This is the Thief of Sanity effect. So you get to crack twice. Seems nice. Seems nice. A little calmer. So maybe a 2? Like a 2? It doesn't seem excellent. It seems like a more poorly controlled Anticipate. It's instant, so just pick off anything they scry to the top. I mean, that is pretty funny. This is a card that's a little too technical for me. For the most part, I would play this as a pay 5, draw 2, so I'd consider it very middling. So I'd rank this as a 0 in constructed and a 0 in limited. This is certainly the worst card that we've seen today. Slogurk, the Over Slime. Is that a shipwreck slime? Is that what we're looking at? 1 green, blue for 3/3 trampler. Whenever a land card is put into your graveyard from anywhere, put a +1/+1 counter on Slogurk. Remove 3 +1/+1 counters from Slogurk. Return it to its owner's hand. When Slogurk leaves the battlefield, return up to 3 target land cards from your graveyard to your hand. I don't even understand how to process this card, so I'm just going to say it's a 3/3 for 3. It seems like a limited card, and then I'm going to move on with my life. Is that fair? This is a weird one. I mean, it's fun because you get to say Slogurk, the Overslime, but outside of that, I'd rate it poorly. 3 blue, a red for a 2/4 flyer. Instant sorcery spells cost 1 less. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Storm Skrillex gets +2/+0 till end of turn. This is wildly expensive for a constructed card. So it's not constructed, but in limited, flyers are a quick way to end games. And the fact that this can start going to 4 and 6 and 8 pretty easily, I think is... And there's a lot of flashback in Is It. This seems like a solid card to have in Limited. Pretty solid. Sunrise Cavalier. Man, there's a lot of good Boros hasters. 1 red, white, 3/3. Trample haste. If it is neither day nor night, it becomes day as this enters, and whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Boros aggro is very good. This card is very good. This is a 5 limited. Absolute 5 out of 5. Constructed, probably 4 out of 5. A trample hasting 3/3? Jesus. Wow. Wowie zowie. Alright. This is sick. Does this ETB put a counter on something? It doesn't. Because it is as it enters. Not when it enters. As something enters means it's heading to the battlefield and it's day. Lands. Teferi, who slows the sunset. Oh, God. 2 white, blue for a 4 loyalty planeswalker. Choose up to 1 target artifact, up to 1 target creature, and up to 1 target land. Untap the chosen permanents you control. Tap the chosen permanents you don't control. You gain 2 life. Okay. So that means that if I, played Teferi, and I had 1 open mana, I could tap the open mana, then I could untap a land, and everything else would tap, so I could tap it again, so it's like a weird mana generator. Okay. The top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom. Okay, anticipate. You get an emblem with untap all permanents you control during each opponent's untap step, and you draw a card during each opponent's draw step. This feels pretty fair. It's a fair planeswalker. I don't want to rate it to fairy. It's probably going to break the game or something. It's probably going to break. It's fine. It's a broken card. Tovalar, Dire Overlord. 1 red, green, 3/3. Whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Sick. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves or werewolves, it becomes night. Then transform any number of human werewolves you control. Whenever a wolf do... Oh, yeah, and then X, red, green. Target wolf or werewolf you control gets +X+0 against trample till end. It's incredible. This is an incredible card. This, I actually think, is going to be constructed quality because bards are very good. Like the bard class, being able to play this for 1 and shit, it's pretty disgusting. So I think that this is going to be a 2 in constructed, and this is a clear 5 in limited. Very clear 5. 3/3 for 3 with card draw that, bounces everything. It's just great. A natural moonrise. Red, green. It becomes night. Nice. Till end of turn, target creature gets +1/+0 against trample. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Whoa. There are a lot of effects that make it night if you did nothing this turn. That's what Daybound means. Daybound says if you do nothing this turn, at the end of your turn, it becomes night. This is all right, main 1, it's night. Combat phase, swing in with werewolves. Unnatural Moonrise, I actually think, is maybe the essential card for enabling Gruul werewolves. That's incredible. Vadric, Astral Archmage. 1, blue, red. If it's neither day nor night, it'll become day when this enters the battlefield. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, put a +1/+1 counter on Vadric, okay? Instant sorcery spells you cast cost X less to cast, where X is Vadric's power. If this lives a turn, you've won, probably, because you get a lot of value. If it lives, it's going to become very strong because it gets counters put on it, but it also accelerates your ability to spend cards. So it's like a real feedback loop where you can play something that's 1 cheaper, then you can play another spell that's 2 cheaper, then you can play another spell that's 3 cheaper. So if you had like a 2, a 3, and a 4 mana, that would be a 1, a 1, and a 1 mana. So I mean, it's like really, 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 really sick. I actually feel like this is going to be one of the more insane limited cards. I'm going to call it a 5. Maybe 4.5 because it's very easy to die. But I think that this becomes daytime is an incredible. Oh wait, no. It's day or night because this is fucking 0 out of 5. This card sucks. Vampire Socialite. Black red. Menace 2/2. Love it. If it enters the battlefield, if an opponent lost life this turn, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. Wait, what? No way. When Vampire Socialite enters the battlefield, if an opponent lost life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on each other vampire you control. Zoinks. As long as an opponent has lost life this turn, each other vampire you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is like that Flaben. I don't remember what the name of the card is. It's the white card that puts +1/+1 counters on all your buddies, and new cards get +1/+1 counters on it. Very good limited card. I'm going to give it a 4. Wake to Slaughter. 3 black-red. Choose up to 2 target creature cards in your graveyard. An opponent chooses one of them. Return that card to your hand. Return the other to the battlefield under your control. It gains haste. Wow. 5 limited. Jesus. What the hell? This card's very scary. It's just too slow and constructed. But, I mean, this is terrifying. This is a terrifying card. Incredible and terrifying. Winterthorn Blessing. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature you control. Tap up to 1 other target creature you don't control, and that creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Okay. So this is Chill Swell, huh? Chill Swelling, Flashback, Chill Swelling. I like Flashback with these. These are, like, really good. Okay. We have about 10 cards to go. I'm just going to read these. I'm done rating. I think we've rated all the cards we want to rate. The Celestus. Oh, that's beautiful. Dude, it's, oh my god, it's the first kiln. Look at that. 3. If it's neither day nor night, it becomes day as the Celestus enters the battlefield. Add a mana. If it's night, it becomes day. Otherwise, it becomes night. Activate only as a sorcery. Cool. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, you gain 1 life. You may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. I think it's trash. It's basically a mana rock. And that's it. It's a mana rock. If you like mana rocks, you have one. But also, day becomes night, night becomes day, and then day. Changing phases and gaining life seems pretty neat, but, you know. It's okay. 3 mana light switch. Yeah, that's whatever. Crossroads Candleguide, 4 mana. Artifact creature Scarecrow, 3/4. When Crossroads Candleguide enters battlefield, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Add 1 mana of any color. This is one of these weird artifacts where every set there's an artifact that I feel like the identity of it is we wanted to design one really weird bad card. And that's like this one. It's like a 4 mana, 3/4 that's pretty good, and then you can exile a card from a graveyard and you can kill. Oh, this is 2 to add 1 mana. This is mana filtering. Okay. Jack-o'-lantern, 1. Sack Jack-o'-lantern. Exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard and draw a card. Exile Jack-o'-lantern from your graveyard. Add 1 mana of any color. So you have graveyard filtering. Oh, yeah. By the way, this is standard unplayable, and this is the best card in Vintage. You know what I mean? Older formats see these weird 1 mana artifacts, and they're like, I can't believe they printed this. What were they thinking? The power level's just too high. Moon Silver Key. 2. Sacrifice Moon Silver Key. Search your library for an artifact card with a mana ability or a basic land card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. This is a land finder, sure. Mystic Skull. Add a mana of any color. You can transform Mystic Skull into Mystic Monstrosity. Lands you control have be land. Pay 5 and transform it. All right, it's not horrible, but it's pretty bad. Pithing Needle. Oh, this is a really good card. Ah, that art. Ah, that art makes me so uncomfortable. It's 1, as Pithing Needle enters the battlefield, choose card name. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. So if your opponent has a Planeswalker out that's pesky, you play Pithing Needle, name that card, it's done. It's an incredible, incredible sideboard card. Absolute classic. Silverbolt. Sacrifice Silverbolt. Deals 3 damage to any target. If a werewolf is dealt damage this way, destroy it. Nice. Werewolf removal. Dog removal. Oh. Yeah. Welcome to the party. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking, where's my little cat been all day? Sheriff is a really good card. I'd give her like a 3 out of 5 in Constructed. Don't go. Don't go. All right, that's good stuffed bear. Look, Sheriff, it's you. Sheriff. I know you're purring. Here, let me rearrange you. Here you go. Here, you can come investigate the table. Stuffed bear becomes a 4/4 green bear artifact creature until end of turn. Sure. Deserted Beach. Enters battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. Love all of these. Evolving Wilds, Field of Ruin, good stuff. Ooh, love the art there. Please enjoy the bum of my cat. Let's go ahead and get your anus off camera, sweetheart. Sack Field of Ruin, that's good. We have more duels. Hostile. Sacrifice a creature. Put a soul counter on Hostile. Then if there are 3 or more soul counters on it, remove. Ow, Jesus Christ. Remove those counters. Transform it, then untap it. Creeping in. Whenever creeping in attacks, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, each opponent loses X life, you gain X life, where X is the number of creature cards exiled with creeping in. Creeping in phases out. Wait. That's quite good. That's quite good. Because then if it attacks, you can exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, each opponent loses X life. Yeah, and then it phases out to dodge stuff. I mean, this is actually kind of incredible. Wow. You have to sack at sorcery speed, which sucks, but hey, I got some overgrown farmland. Rockvale Fall, Shipwreck Marsh, yeah, and then we got the plains. Very beautiful black and white style paintings. Tomorrow at 1, we will enter into a full day of playing the crap out of Innistrad Midnight Hunt, or Innistrad Midnight Hunt, depending upon if my mouth is coordinating with my brain properly. I had so much fun hanging out with you. Wrenn and 7 is my favorite card of this set because it lets me put more land onto the battlefield. If we can make a good standard lander deck, I'm going to be just so happy. I want to be a standard lander. I want to be like a Druid class standard lander deck. It's going to be awesome. Constructor Limited, a little mix of both. We'll probably do a lot of Constructed next week, Shadowcap, and then I'm going to take a week off. And then when I come back, we're going to do a Mythic March in Limited again in the month of October. Try to just get that out of the way, get our double Mythics, and then we're going to be doing a week of Age of Empires 2 leading up to the Age of Empires 4 launch on the 4th. Or not the 4th, the end of October. Bye. I love you, beauty babies. I'll see you tomorrow.